Now, Africa's oldest and largest film festival, the Durban International Film Festival, is currently on until July the 28th. The annual festival offers film from several continents at cinemas to audiences in the country, South Africa. For more on the festival, the manager and head of programming, Andrea Voges, joins us now on Teams. Thank you so much for your time. So for those who don't know about the festival and what it's all about, can you tell us about the programs that are offered, job creation, township screenings, and the makeup of the lineup, and where can people watch?
Thank you very much for having me. So the Durban International Film Festival is running from the 18th, which was Thursday, this past Thursday, and will continue until the 28th of July. Screenings are taking place at the Suncoast Cine Centre, Gateway, Ster-Kinekor, and New Metro Pavilion. Those are our commercial venues, and as you said, we also have screenings in community-based centres all across the city. We've got the Dennis Hurley in the CBD, the Thule Museum, Wishuni Pan-African Arts Centre, K-Cap Studios. So those are our outreach screenings. But a bit more about the festival. We're celebrating our 45th edition. We are the oldest and largest film festival in Southern Africa, as well as the only Oscar-qualifying festival in Southern Africa and one of four on the continent. So we're very proud that we have this strong festival that creates a space for filmmakers, that it is in South Africa, that it's in Durban, and that we represent. We have a strong brand internationally. Moving on to the program, there are quite a few highlights. It's hard to pick and choose which ones to speak about, but one of the highlights is that the Cannes Film Festival, which is the premier film festival in the world, we have the African premiere for 6 titles that just showed in Cannes in May, so we're very proud about that. We of course have a strong South African lineup. Masinga the Calling, which is managed by Showmax. We've got Santi. There's so many great films. Month End, Sirius Gold, and many, many more. To touch very quickly on the theme of the program, we don't normally set a theme up front. We kind of just scout and receive submissions and put our program together and look for the strongest. And naturally, I find that themes appear. There seems to be a common thread. And some of the themes coming through that filmmakers are talking about and making content about is corruption is definitely one of them. The refugee problem in many different countries. Freedom of speech for artists. And I will highlight our closing night film, The Showerhead, which is it's a documentary about the very famous South African cartoonist Sapiro. So he will close that film will close the festival. We're very proud about that. We stand with filmmakers and the media and their right to speak truth to power. And then I think just going forward for the festival, we call everyone to join in to take the opportunity to watch these films that, like I said, are showing for the first time in South Africa or the continent or even some world premieres. And then I think just going forward, the festival is, I think, more than just showing films. It's about it's developing an audience, so increasing the demand for our own content, for South African content and African content. And hopefully with that we get more support and we can be more sustainable and kind of come away from getting most of our funding from government. It's about filmmakers' development. We have a 5-day workshop that is free to anyone to attend. There's no charge, and we get some of the best South African filmmakers to come in and really talk to emerging filmmakers. It's about promoting South African films internationally. Sometimes I have the opportunity to visit other festivals so that we have a good relationship with all film festivals around the world. And whenever you mention the name DIF or the Durban Film Festival, we are recognized, and I think South Africans should be proud of it. It's a strong institution. It's 45 years old. It's a festival that was born during apartheid, and would often show films that would be banned. And this is, I think our festival is, yes, about its entertaining audiences, but it's really about showing films that will provoke you, confront you, stimulate conversation. It needs to mean something. And then, of course, there's so many reasons why the film festival continues to exist. We also, it's a vehicle for also cultural diplomacy. This year we have we're showing films from all over the world, but we have a focus on Brazil because they are a partner in the BRICS alliance. And then we are also showing films from France. So we try and balance between, the Northern Hemisphere and the global South. But if you look at the program, there's a strong representation, mostly from the global South, which I think we should stand together as we are through some of the mechanisms like the BRICS partnership.
Right, of course, that is Andrea Voges on the Durban International Film Festival. We have to leave it there due to that poor audio quality there. And of course, we do apologize for that sound quality there with that conversation.